And we are back with the Star Wars Fallen Republic mod for Stellaris. Merak is currently trying to figure out how to change up the ethics for his Mandalorians. Me, I want to do that eventually, but right now my main focus is building up. I was thinking of trying to make an effort to take over the Senate sector, but I think right now I'm going to expand out into this area that it's not exactly the deep core. I was going to call it the deep core, but it's not. It's I don't know what exactly this area of space is, where Marin, Flare Star, that sort of thing. Oh, what's this? Section of floor gave way, sending several archaeologists tumbling down a small chasm. Fortunately, they not only emerged unharmed, but they also found several minor artifacts. Aww. The little image there made me think it was more than it was.
Okay, so I put my I am now supporting the autocracy faction.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the xenophobe attraction has decreased a bit, and where's the autocracy? Yeah, the authoritarian value is expected to rise. Let's see. Militarist is still there. I really want to decrease. The xenophobe trait there, because that I really don't think that fits with the Mandalorians. I mean, I honestly don't know what else would they fit, because they're not materialists. Spiritualists, they have their way, their religion, but it's more of a less of a. I guess they do have their myths and stuff like that.
You could, yeah. I mean, certainly some Mandalorians probably fall into spiritualist. Depends on if you want to maybe go like the quote-unquote Death Watch way, or maybe the more standard, traditional Mandalorian way, I guess. You know, this is the way.
Yeah,
would be the religion.
but their religion, like the whole weapons are part of our religion. It's a pragmatic religion. It's not a mythical religion.
Yeah.
You know? I suppose that some of the aspects of it, like you can remove your helmet. If you remove your helmet, you just never put it back on. That is more belief system and not as pragmatic. But everything else, don't abandon your weapon. Do well for your clan. Those are pragmatic everyday life things.
Mm-hmm.
At least I see them that way. Oh, finally! Oh no, this is fleet command limit, not naval. There it is, naval capacity. I've been waiting for this research for a good while. Yeah, I'm still stuck at 110 there.
Permission granted to land on platform 327.
Well, expanding out into this little kind of not quite explored area did finally give me an extra starbase capacity, so definitely making use of that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I put an anchorage.
Initiating communications.
So I can increase my capacity. Maybe it's time to start making claims on my
Initiating
neighbor.
communications.
It could be that
that's
time.
That's one thing that my factions wanted. They wanted me to make a rival. Oh, I cannot make a rival with this guy because I need to harm relations. There's another thing. Did this change in Base of Stellaris as well? You need to harm relations with someone to rival them?
So that recently changed with the Federation's DLC.
I see.
Since you have envoys and all that now.
Yeah. I usually respond rivaled at people. I don't rival them while it's right. If they rival me, then I will rival them.
Yeah.
So, that's a bit different for me.
Well, one interesting thing, the Confederacy is now
Initiating
inferior.
communications.
Uh,
Initiating communications.
Oh, but I have a non-aggression pact with them. Boo. I mean, it might be
Survey
for the best,
complete.
but still.
mhm.
I await your instructions.
Permission granted to land on platform 327.
Looking at it, I think I probably need more construction ships down here in this area that I'm expanding to. Just to make sure that the Confederacy doesn't, although, actually, they don't have ships over here. This is the Juvex sector? Who are those guys at? Oh, it's these guys all the way over here.
You know that this game is missing
What's that?
a paint. Oh, these dude is in an alliance. Oh, this is a problem. This dude is in an alliance with the Boffin clans, the Shalactian Council, Public List, and the Brilov Protectorate. Okay, that's a problem. This game is missing a drawing to it the same way a Total War game has.
That is true, because, yeah, if you're trying to...
Discovered.
Oh, I
Would have
didn't...
been really,
Oh, wait, no, okay. I thought I accidentally
would have
used...
been really useful.
Alliance, no. Who do I want to weaken? Come on, give me an option for the Empire.
Let's see, the Republic Lotus stands as pathetic to me. The Boffin clans equivalent. I mean, I am planning make another.
Oh, I guess for whatever reason I can't target the Empire with my
The
shifting
Ryloth.
powers.
The Rylef is inferior. Shalactian Council is pathetic. So yeah, maybe I can get away with it. I just
Initiating
gotta
communication.
increase my
Technology discovered.
stuff.
Permission granted to land on platform 327.
Spice mines? Sure. Even though I'm not necessarily doing anything with spice. I noticed that there's an option to use
Construction
spice
complete.
for medical stuff, so I'm guessing that replaces spice being used at, say, clinics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes sense. I've not. I've seen some of that option, but I did not check exactly what it is.
I just got a random alert. I guess, I'm guessing someone subscribed to me on YouTube or something. Because I just got a random... How is that? I don't even have it on,
Complete.
my sources on OBS, but... I don't know. I'm confused. Yeah, I got a random jingle all of a sudden. Oh, look, another space worm. But we escaped.
Initiating communication.
Oh, now the Arcanian has. Oh, the Arcanian only has an association status. Okay, yeah, let's take advantage of that.
Technology discovered.
Ooh,
Initiating
who's getting the
communications.
option to become a force
Investigation.
sensitive? Oh, I guess my one force sensitive scientist went off.
Go on this straight line over here.
Technology discovered.
Would be a hard-fought battle, but forts have finished building.
All right, Kalieta approaches Korriban. Where should she go? The Sith Academy, Sith Tombs, or Great Temple? Let's try the Academy.
I await your instructions.
Initiating communications.
Course approved.
Colony founded. War has broken out.
Oh, I see you're declaring war on the Arcanians. Excellent.
Yes,
job.
I am. They both there's the Arcanians and the Doran, and the
Survey
Doran
complete.
I think they just stepped out of a war where they lost some territory.
Mm-hmm.
The Black Sun, I think. Because they have a Black Sun, smack in the middle of their stuff there. So the Dorians are pathetic to me, and the Arcanians are inferior. So I'm not expecting much trouble aside from their spaceships or space stations. That is the only problem I'm expecting right now.
Ooh, Calietta is met by a pair of Force ghosts. Spectres identify themselves as Lord Thornmadon and Darth Arcus. They commend Calietta on her tenacity. Two spirits present her with a choice. They're willing to grant her access to the remaining artifacts in the vaults, or the opportunity to study under the two Sith. Let's have her become their apprentice.
On the way. I await your instructions.
I will need 14,000 alloys to make my second plan fleet.
Technology
take a while.
discovered.
Even no, not so much. I'm making 126 alloys per month,
Not too bad.
and I haven't even upgraded my forge. I need to upgrade my forge. Are they going to? But no, they're just gonna cost
Initiating
you
communications.
more of income.
Construction complete.
Oh dear, I just noticed my hyperfuel's going down by 27.
Ooh,
Look away for one moment.
yeah, the hyperfuel stuff can sneak up on you.
I want to say, for whatever reason, like something goes on and it,
Survey.
like I don't know if the
complete.
pops aren't working it properly.
And I'm actually low on minerals. That's not something that you would see in base Stellaris. Usually it's the other way around. You end up low in credits, and your minerals hurt a lot. Or rather, your minerals, you have a surplus that doesn't even make sense.
Mhm. Well, fortunately, so far I've been holding up all right as far as minerals go. Hyperfuel on my playthroughs so far has been the main thing that's cropped up.
On the way.
Oh, this might be part of it. My naval capacity went kaput. Probably because I changed my institution.
Yeah, that might be it.
Initiating communications.
Oh boy, I lost 3 corvettes and 1 frigate. Now let's. Oh, where's my army? I did have an army. Yes, I did have an army still. There it is. Okay, so let's wait. Rebel Roar. Oh boy. And they actually became the Rebel Alliance.
Begun the Galactic Civil War has. Okay, Yoda.
Now, if I remember reading this correctly, they actually have like a grace period of like 5 years before they go and declare full war on the Galactic Empire.
Initiating
Is it?
communications.
Yeah, something like that.
Hmm.
Like I don't necessarily expect them to do anything because the Rebel Alliance is it's pathetic. The buff and cleanse, yeah, it's equivalent. Yeah, overall they're not very strong. That's
Yeah.
that's why I was even considering. Ooh, I found a stash of 1,500 spice, which is basically looted a dead smuggler's ship, I guess. But yeah, like I don't expect them to be able to hold it out against the Empire. Wait,
Initiating
hold on a second.
communications.
Why is half the Empire occupied by the Commerce Guild and the Trade Federation?
When did that happen?
Yeah.
I mean, Coruscant is still okay, but so let's see.
Oh boy, what
They
the hell
are
happened here?
something Great War. Defender War Exhaustion is 100%. Attacker War Exhaustion is 66. But who is the? Oh, it's an offensive war. Okay, so
Yeah, they
the Empire was the attacker
Yeah, they declare war against the Commerce Guild.
and the Trade Federation.
Commerce Guild and the Trade Federation. Okay, how is the Trade Federation doing? Where's the
Trade
Commerce?
Federation is pretty much all occupied. But yeah, although
So-
Trade Federation owns some
Initiating
territory
communications.
there, along with the Commerce Guilds. Huh.
The Commerce Guild is holding on. They only have one territory taken. That is so strange.
Yeah, there's some interesting things that can pop up. What's this one little rebel ship doing over here? A little hammerhead corvette.
Permission granted to land on platform 327.
Alright, Corellia, I should probably... Let's do a hangar bay to help prevent against any pirates. We'll do a gun battery, and then we'll do an anchorage.
Constructing.
Well, they went around my defenses and straight for one of the non-defended systems, but unfortunately for them, they're not going to be able to take care of it fast enough.
327.
Clever little boys.
Course approved.
Fortunately for them, it's not good enough.
Survey
On
complete.
the way.
Initiating communications.
Hey, I have another place I can set up a sector to send Cortal to. So we can finally start getting some skills. Since I've had my my other governor, since she has the power of the dark side with her. She's a Sith.
Initiating communications. Technology discovered.
There we go. Doctrine. Fleet support. Plus 100 naval capacity. I'll still be a little low, but I'll be much closer to where I need to be.
I await your instructions.
I do enjoy the way missiles look in this game, in this mod.
They did do a good job with the visuals for it, yes.
Yeah, the little trails looks pretty good.
Initiating communications.
En nu vad gör de?
Construction complete. Initiating communications.
Let's see. I'm building up one starbase or starport there.
Permission granted to land on platform
Oh, their destroyer is almost it's almost done. I wish I could just tell them, focus on this ship.
Permission granted to land on platform 327.
Well, their destroyer was destroyed, so that spells the end for this battle, I guess.
They just hyperspace away. Or someone did, yeah.
Initiating
Their main
communications.
force did anyways.
They main force it, but the fleet of transport is still here. It was a considerable battle. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like I got a final battle report there. It doesn't seem I lost a lot of stuff.
Ooh, Hammer Station. We've detected an old station built inside an asteroid. Sensors indicate that it is at least 3 millennia old. So if I should send anyone, I should probably send this scientist, who's like level
Technology
6.
discovered.
Commerce Skill just went and insulted me. They're in the middle of a war with the Empire, but they still find time to send a diplomatic insult.
Permission granted
Yeah.
to land on
They just want to make you feel loved.
Yeah, they do have their priorities straight, don't they?
Construction complete.
Let's repair the fleet and continue our assault. Ooh, I
Technology
almost lost a frigate
discovered.
there.
Construction complete.
Let's go for the armor research, I guess, of the ones that are available there.
Initiating communications.
I await your instructions. Course approved.
Yeah, things are still being relatively quiet for me. I mean, I have my fleets ready to go.
What's your plan going forward?
Well, I haven't quite come to a full conclusion on that yet.
Your problem.
Your destiny.
Well,
Ships
the Empire's
completed.
declared me a rival, so you know what?
Oh,
You are a
Yes.
rival.
maybe you
Help
should
me.
join the Rebel Alliance there. Although, if you do join, you really gotta have to prepare, because yeah, that galactic war, civil war is gonna spark.
Well, the
That-
Chalkatsans, the Ryloth, and the Tanab Authority, they don't seem to like me at all. Even though we have association status with them, but
Association status, I think, improves slowly. your
Technology discovered.
relations with the member status to eventually
Construction
grow into a
complete.
full status. But you could always send some diplomats.
I think maybe I should perhaps focus on the Empire.
Construction
I
complete.
mean, the Galactic Civil War is gonna spark, so you know
War has broken out.
it's either that or. Oh,
The Bothans declared war on the Huts. I have a feeling that was
not a good idea.
that was probably a bad choice.
En uvallig dem.
Yeah.
Although the
that's a
Bothans
good
do
idea.
have equivalent technology versus the Huts have an inferior.
Let's resume our conquest.
Construction complete.
Lonia, what do we want to have you do? Did we do a garrison yet? No, do a garrison. Oh, and I have enough focus now from my changed stuff. So let's see. Wait, I can't do anything yet.
Initiating
I have
communications.
whatever this cooldown is, I guess.
It's a shame that the Rebel Alliance is harming relations with me. I don't have any problems with them, but you know they decided.
Oh,
that
they're
they wanna
harming
harm-
relations?
Yeah, they decided that they want to harm relations with me.
That's unfortunate.
You know, that is their choice.
Every little bit I buy some alloys, but it's been very expensive in this game. I don't know if you've been buying any, but
I've made some purchases, but for the most part, I don't have to.
Permission granted to land on platform 327.
Anchorage is over at Hosnian.
Permission granted to land on platform 327.
Just wait for those ships to
Construction complete.
On the way. I await your instructions.
Initiating communications.
Yeah, for the most part, I mean,
Technology
I'm not
discovered.
bringing in a lot of alloys. I'm only making 46, but I'm making enough from other stuff and selling and that sort of thing that it's generally been able to afford it.
Yeah. On my end, I'm making 170 now. I just basically got a couple of planets and like, put a lot of forges on them. Ooh, I should make more mineral back mining locations because otherwise I'm gonna run out of minerals. Just gotta focus here.
Alright, do I have a free...
On the
Yes, I
way.
do, okay. So there was a planet, let's see. Build megastructure. A gas giant with Tabana gas. Okay, so that's how that works. but I think we're gonna have to save that for later. So thanks for watching, folks. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next episode.